I'm Brad with Smokin' Magic, and this is a perfect pork butt. Let's go.
All right, game day is upon us, so we want to make some pulled pork because we're going to make some pulled pork nachos. So today we're going to get our pork ready. So what I've got here is a USDA Prime pork butt from Prairie Fresh. One of our favorite pork producers out there. You can never go wrong when you got Prairie Fresh. So let's get it open and see what we got here. So one of the things I look for is I don't want to buy a pork butt where there is a lot of juice left in the wrapper. It just means it's been frozen and thawed. And I don't really want to do that. So this one looks pretty good. All I'm going to do, I'm going to cook this thing whole. I'm going to leave bone in. I'm not trimming anything off. I'm just going to clean up some fat. Just the undesirable stuff that I don't want in my pulled pork. But I won't go crazy on this. I always say I won't go crazy and then I do, but. And then going to just round edges a little bit so it gets even. Now, as you can see right here, I have some really good marbling in this. This is why choosing good pork, taking the extra trip to go to a specialty store like a barbecue specialty store that carries Prairie Fresh products. Go there, pick out your pork. Sometimes you can get the Prairie Fresh Naturals at bigger supermarkets. I think Walmart carries it. But look for that marbling. So what I'm looking for is I'm just looking for those fat striations right through here. That's always where I'm looking, and then if I'm doing for competition, I'm going and I'm looking for this money muscle right here. This one actually has a really nice money muscle. I want to trim it out, but I'm going to fight the urge. Sort of. And the other thing I'm looking for, if I'm going to cook for like competition, I'm looking for this fat cap to be intact. Right underneath that fat cap, there is the bacon, and that is like the ice cream of the pork. So it's really good. So just to do a pork butt, that's about all I do. I don't really take much more than that off. I kind of rounded the edges a little bit so it cooks evenly. I don't get dry edges, and we'll get her rubbed up, let that rub set, and then get her on the smoker. Time to apply the rubs, but first, got to bring out an old friend, mustard. So I'm going to put a binder on this. If I'm cooking in competition, I'm not putting binders on, but when I'm cooking at home, I love binders. This will help me get that rub set in quicker and ready to go on the smoker. And it's mustard. Who doesn't love mustard? All right, so for my bottom coat, I'm gonna go a heavy coat of pork rub. But first, I'm gonna move this onto a pan. So pork rub's gonna go on first. Use my hand as a block. I'm gonna come across. I like to go really heavy with this pork rub. It's got some good spice to it, some good sweetness. You're surely gonna love it. And then over the top of that, coming back with our rib rub. Rib rub's peppery. I want that pepper, and I want that color in it. Let her sit for about 20 minutes, and then we're gonna go on a pit. 325. All right, so this thing is off the pit. It's got the bark set up how we want. Nothing coming off. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna transfer out of this pan into another pan that has not been used yet. We're gonna add 1 block or 2 sticks of butter. You can use Kerrygold, or we use the Aldi's Irish butter. But this is Kerrygold today. Take the gloves off. So for this pork recipe, Southern Twang. If you guys use it, you like it, post about it, hashtag it's twang thing. If you haven't tried it, you should try it. Take the top off, no muffler. We're gonna cover the entire top of this pork butt with Southern twang. Then I'm going to come in with some maple syrup. And the last bit I'm going to put on is sugar in the raw. We are cooking at high temperatures, so I don't want regular brown sugar. I want sugar in the raw because it handles high temperatures better. And you cannot put enough of this on. One of my favorite things to do is make a mess of the counter because Bree gets really upset about it. So I just let her fly. All right, so we got her ready to wrap. As per usual, too much foil. Make a big old teepee out of this. She's gonna go back on the pit until she's about, I don't know, 210 degrees finish temp, and she'll be ready to pull apart. See you in a little bit.
So our pulled pork, the pork butt, is finally done. It finished out about 208, and it looks phenomenal. I can't wait to share it with you guys. So I'm going to transfer it out of the pan. Woo, she tender! So I was talking about that bacon. I'm going to pull this apart. It's right in there. Damn, that's magic. So, one of the other keys to your pork butt is perfectly done is the blade bone pulls clean, just like this. The cool thing is the blade bone also becomes a good tool to shred your pork. So there you go. Perfect pulled pork.